Welcome everyone, Jeff ArizonaHotHomestead. In this video and the next few videos I'll put together a little playlist. And the reason why I've done this is because I've been out here for like 8 years now, 8+ years. And so I did a playlist for every single year, but I did everything on there, like I put everything in there. And I got thinking, this is a lot of boring stuff you guys don't want to see. So what I thought of was, let's put together the top videos by viewers like you over the first 5 years. So I put together this playlist, and this is just one of those videos. I may have modified it slightly, but basically it's just a copy of that other video. So if you've already seen it, so be it. If you're new to my channel, welcome aboard. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit that little bell thing, all that good stuff. Basically, I'm building an off-grid homestead, and haven't got to the good stuff yet. I'm still just building it with these two hands, and just a little bit of help from time to time with some family and friends. And man, it's a lot of work, but it sure is pleasurable. So stay tuned. This is one of those videos. The best of the first 5 years. Hello, this is Jeff, ArizonaHotHomestead. Welcome back to the homestead. Today's video is going to be on these two batteries here. What these batteries are, they're marine batteries. I use them on my 12-foot aluminum boat, and they are my trolling motor batteries. So a little difficult to see, but they are the same ones there. That's a super start. Each of them is 12 volts, and that is 845 and 210. 845, I don't know if we can read that. I can't. I know the 210 is what they call reserve capacity, reserve amps. But these are mainly for marine batteries. These will take me all day. One of them will take me all day out on the lake, and I have two of them just because one of them is always a backup. So what I'm doing today basically is I'm wiring them up in parallel. Then I'm going to hook up, in a later video, I'll hook up some solar panels to them so that they'll always be charging. So when it comes time to go to the lake and I want to use them, I can just take them off of here and put them in my boat, and I'm ready to go. So let's talk a little bit about this whole series parallel thing with batteries, because it can be confusing. The way I look at it is this way. Parallel, you want to connect positive to positive, the P's. So parallel equal P's, positive, positive. What it does is it's a PVS, meaning parallel, positive, positive, volts stay the same. I look at series this way. It's a SOVI, meaning series, opposites, positive to negative, volts increase. So SOVI, S-O-V-I, is series, opposites, volts increase. And PVS, parallel, volts stay the same. And parallel is positive to positive, because they're all P's. And obviously negative, negative, but if you go positive, positive, the only thing left is negative, negative. There's a lot of videos out there that show you just that simple thing, but there's more to it than that. And here's what I'm talking about. How do you charge a parallel battery? Do you put it on this battery or that battery, or do you put them here or there, or how do you work it? I got two positives here and the two negatives back there. So how do you do that? And then on your load, how do you do your load? Do you set them up? If you charge this way, do you set your loads this way? Or if you charge this way, do you set your loads this way? Or how do you do that? I have a hard time finding good stuff on the internet that actually show you that. So I figured, why not? I'll just show you what I'm doing. So let's see. What am I doing here? I have them already hooked up. This is a jumper cable, or a jumper wire. That's hooking my positive one to the positive on number 2. And if you can see, right there is negative, and that one goes over to the other negative. So now I've got them hooked up in parallel. that was pretty simple, right? Because parallel is positive, positive, and VS, volts stay the same. So, now how do I charge it? Well, this clamp here is coming from a charge controller. This happens to be one of these Harbor Freight charge controllers. There's no panels hooked up, so you don't see anything. So the positive lead is going to positive, what I'm calling battery number 1. Then the negative is I'm putting it on battery number 2. And the reason why I'm doing that is because once you hook it up in parallel, this becomes one 12-volt battery. Remember, volts stay the same, but the amps will double. Good, but in my case, I kind of don't care. It just allows me, if I'm using lighting or I'm going to charge some batteries or something, some cordless batteries or something like that from these, it just gives me that extra amperage. Positive to number 1, negative to number 2, my charge controller. Now, how do I do the load? Do I do the load over here? Do I do it over here? Do I do it this way, that way? Well, if I look at this as one battery, they're all connected. I'm calling this now my positive and that one now my negative. It's all one battery. And on the battery, you only have one of each. So because this is my one, I'm going to hook up my load, which is this small wire here. And then over there, right there is my load there. My load is going to an inverter. The same leads that you hook up your charge controller to are the same leads you hook up your load to. So now you're going to charge these batteries evenly, and it's treating the whole thing as one. If I were to put the charge controller on this one, it would always charge this one first, and then it will filter to this one, and you'll have an uneven charging, and that's not what you want. This way it's going to charge the whole thing as one battery. This is parallel, positive, positive, PVS, positive, volts stay the same, or parallel volts stay the same. And series, that's a SOVI, series opposite volts increase. So hopefully that helps you out. Just to let you know what I got here, also with these batteries, I put on some of this red stuff. As you can tell, it's all looks like it's painted red. You can put other kinds of stuff. This is called a battery corrosion preventer. Just comes in a little package at the auto mechanic store, Walmart, wherever. And it also comes with little pads that normally you put your pads right on here, and then your battery, your auto terminal right on there. But since we're not using it because we're using the bolts section of it, I just want to cover it with this stuff so it doesn't corrode. So I did that on all of them so that I should not have any corrosion at all. Now these batteries also come with little covers when they're not in use. Well, I'm just going to leave them right where they're at. When you go to tighten these up here, you want to make sure that whatever tool you're using, I don't have this one coated with any kind of protection, but you really want to be careful, because if you cross anything, hit any other metal while you're tightening this, you're going to cause an arc, you're going to cause a spark, you're basically going to make a short or electrical current, and you can shock yourself. And not only is that kind of surprising sometimes, make you jump, but you can start fires and all kinds and make your battery explode and damage your battery and all kinds of stuff. So be careful when you are working with batteries. You should coat your stuff so that if you did touch metal, it doesn't make a connection. And just be very careful when I'm dealing with batteries. If I'm touching one terminal, regardless of the terminal, I make sure that my other hand and my other body does not touch anything else, metal or any kind of something that I could ground myself. Just kind of little tidbits. They also recommend you wear like safety goggles, and it's preferred if you wear gloves, then it helps with the whole contacting thing and all that stuff. So but this is what I've done on the homestead. So this is my batteries. Hope you liked, subscribed, shared, commented. And this is Jeff with Arizona Hot Homestead. I'll see you on the next video. Bonus section on the homestead. So why am I hooking up these batteries this way? Not only to keep them charged, but here's what I'm going to do. I have the wiring coming up to this inverter. I have them all wired here in the back. I don't know how well you can see, but I got them wired there in the back going behind this board and down to the batteries. I just used some strap here. I just bought some metal hanging strap and just put in a couple screws to give it a brace. Then I just hooked up a cord that gives me power cord, so I can hook up multiple items to it. This inverter is a 1500 watt peak inverter. It's one of those Harbor Freight specials. And this guy here, to hang him, he's pretty tight. I went ahead and used the same thing right here. Those metal straps. And then I had one of these extras, so I just plopped him here. Right here I just did a, what are these called? Staples? They call them hot dip galvanized poultry net staples. You can use anything really just to hold it in place. And then that way I can turn this on. I have a little USB right there if I need. I have another one of these guys here. And the idea behind this is now what I can do is these batteries, instead of taking them to another location, I can leave them right here. I can put the charger right here and I can charge my batteries. What I can also do is I picked up one of these guys here. One of these guys here that can charge multiple types of batteries, multiple sizes. So here on the homestead I can always be charging, you know, charge 9 volts, AA, AAA, C's, D's. This one here will charge everything. And this way, as I got rechargeable batteries, I can sit here and just charge the batteries like crazy. Charge those batteries. These two here are not going to draw much current. And if I have solar panels charging those batteries down there, then I should have no problem. They should always be charged. I'll use a little bit of them, and then when I need them to go boating, I can go fishing and use these on my trolling motor. With this Harbor Freight panels that you've seen in one of my other videos, they come with a couple of lights. So on this charge controller, it has a USB, so I actually have 2 of them I can utilize. Does have a little couple 12 volt plugs there, so you got some auxiliary plugs, and then you got these 2 wires coming out of here, and these have switches on them, and on the switches I secured them there, and on these switches I have them running up to my lighting. There's one, there's the other. And that one, I don't know how well you can tell, but that one's on because I flipped the switch, and that one's not on because I did not flip the switch. This gives me extra lighting in my shed. So not only do I have my window, but I also have some extra lighting when it gets dark out here. Then I also have that lighting too. I'll cover that later. But that's my video. Main subject was these batteries, wiring them in parallel. And what does that mean? Together, everyone? PVS. Parallel, voltage stays the same. Which means series, voltage must increase. That's a SOVI. Series opposite volts increase. So that was a bonus section to show you what I'm doing with the batteries. Hope you liked, subscribed, shared, commented. And this is Jeff with Arizona Hot Homestead. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. hopefully you hit that subscribe button and that you share the video and do the bell and all that good stuff. Hopefully you like the video. This here was a number of videos in what I'm in a playlist that I'm calling the best of the first 5 years, based on viewers. So the ones that have got the most views, those are the ones that I put in this playlist. And hope you enjoyed it. And guess I'll see you guys on the next video. See you. Bye. Have fun.